After the secret was revealed, it became clear that traitor angels had been sealed outside the flow of existence, but only one of them managed to find a way to escape the prison in which he was sealed. His destination was clear from the very beginning: the key, Goku. Before he could reach him, the Grand Priest intervened at the critical moment, pulling Goku out of the danger zone as if he had anticipated everything in advance. As for Vegeta, despite his power and determination, he was unable to defeat that angel. A battle that ended without victory and left behind a terrifying question. If this was just one angel, what will happen if the others are freed? Elian returned to his void of nothingness, that place where even light is swallowed whole. Goku, after hearing the story, places his hand over his heart and asks, "And what about me?" The Grand Priest approaches him slowly. "Before you, there was balance." He leans closer, speaking clearly. "But the day you were born, a fracture appeared in the seal." Goku trembles. "I caused it?" The Grand Priest places a gentle hand on Goku's shoulder. "You are the key, Goku. That's why Elian came." Goku lifts his head toward the sky. A brief moment of silence, then his gaze sharpens, slicing through the stillness. "He's the one who took my father, my mother, and erased their world from existence." He rises slowly. A golden aura ignites around him, growing brighter and brighter. "If this is the path written for me, then I'll walk it to the very end." On his hand, the glowing cracks spread further than ever before, shining as if awakening from a long slumber. Elion's smile appears, faint yet tense. He can feel it. Those cracks on Goku's hand are no longer just power. They are a sign. The Grand Priest watches in silence. He says nothing, as though waiting for a moment he knows is coming. Then he gives a small, sorrowful smile, one carrying a hidden meaning. "Grand Priest, Elian is not an opponent like the others. He is chaos in its purest form." Goku smiles, simple, calm, but overflowing with confidence. "Then I'll become the one who puts an end to chaos." In the emptiness place, Elian stands in the upper void, his eyes glowing with a cold, lifeless gray. Behind him, the shadows of colossal beings emerge, broken chains hanging from their forms, eyes glowing in the darkness. A terrifying whisper echoes, "Free us, fallen angel." The Grand Priest slowly raises his hand, and a radiant gate forms before them, opening gently, as if inviting them to cross into another realm. The moment Goku steps inside, he finds himself in an endless expanse. A watery ground stretches farther than the mind can grasp, and the sky above is perfectly clear, empty of any creature or trace of life. No wind, no sounds, only a silence that touches the soul. A place that feels as though it exists outside existence itself. The Grand Priest stands before him, hands folded calmly behind his back. "Goku, in this place, you won't rely on your body. Here, we will unlock what existence itself tried to hide from you." Goku looks around confused. Where are we?
In a realm no angel can reach. He lifts one finger. Suddenly, a dimension filled with shattered memories unfolds before them. A child screaming, a hand reaching out to save him, a shining light sealing away three beasts, Bardock collapsing, Elyon's attack swallowing the planet. Goku clutches his head, overwhelmed by pain. Why am I seeing all this? The Grand Priest steps closer. Because your power will never be complete until you face the truth you were born from.
On planet Earth, after everything had finally returned to normal, the world was sunk in a deep sleep. The cities were still, the night wrapping everything in silence, except for one place. Inside the gravity machine, Vegeta was awake, training in harsh silence, pushing his body to its absolute limits, haunted by what had happened to him in the last battle, as if every strike and every breath still carried the weight of that confrontation. Gravity set to 5,000 times normal. His body collapses instantly to the ground. Vegeta tries to stand up. He laughs despite the pain. Ilion, if you are the pinnacle of existence, then I'll be the danger that rises beneath it. After hours, Goku stands in the middle of the white void. His eyes are filled with tears. The energy around him ignites, but it is neither golden nor silver. It is transparent energy, pure, closer to nothingness itself. I won't allow the sealed ones to be freed, and I will stop Ilion, even if my very existence burns away. Suddenly, the Grand Priest closes his eyes, and the white void begins to tremble. Goku feels an overwhelming weight crushing his shoulders. What is this? My body! This is only the beginning. I have raised the gravity here to a level not used since the era before the angels. Goku tries to stand, but the gravity slams down on his back mercilessly, not even allowing him to lift his head. No, I won't fall! The Grand Priest raises his hand, and the gravity intensifies to 10,000 times. Goku drops to his knees, his face pressed against the ground. The Grand Priest is not seeking only to increase Goku's power, but to awaken the key hidden within him. And for that, training or strength alone is not enough. Emotion must be fused with power, because emotions, in his eyes, are a double-edged sword. They can become a fatal weakness, or in the very same moment, the greatest source of strength. Goku is the decisive experiment between the two. In a fleeting instant, the Grand Priest moves his hand, and glowing spheres shoot toward Goku. Before they can reach him, circles of light form around Goku, one after another, spinning with an eerie, precise rhythm. Then Goku rises, and suddenly, invisible pressure waves erupt from him, colliding with space itself, like silent explosions unseen by the eye, yet felt in every single atom. Grand Priest, these waves will strike you from the inside. Your muscles won't feel them. Your very existence will. The first wave slams into his chest. Goku's eyes snap open from the pain. This isn't like any training. A second wave, a third, a 10th. Each one steals his breath for a moment. On planet Earth, at sunset, the sky is painted orange, but the ground beneath it is suffering. Vegeta trains alone. Every punch he throws tears through the air. Every shout carries the humiliation that still hasn't faded. The ground beneath him is cracked, his breathing is heavy, yet his eyes are still burning. Vegeta, with suppressed rage, one blow, just one blow. He slams his fist into the ground. I won't allow it. I won't allow any being to ever look at me that way again. The sound of a staff gently tapping the ground. Vegeta stops suddenly. He turns around fast. Whis stands behind him. His face is calm, but his eyes read everything. You're training chaotically. Vegeta sharply. If you came to mock me, then leave. Whis smiles faintly. No, I came because at last you're training honestly. Vegeta falls silent. Whis takes a step forward. You're angry, not because you were defeated. He looks straight into Vegeta's eyes. But because you weren't even considered an opponent. Vegeta clenches his fist, his muscles trembling. That being passed me by as if I were nothing.
What do you say about training with me? Vegeta slowly lifts his head. You? And why? Because you're the only one here who didn't break. He pauses for a moment, then adds, and because what's coming will require more power than you think you can reach. Vegeta smirks, his pride unmistakable. If you think I'll bow. Whis cuts him off. You won't. Then he smiles. You'll be reforged. Whis waves his staff. Space splits open like a shattered mirror. Vegeta looks up at the sky one last time and whispers, Kakarot, I won't let you surpass me this time. Then he steps into the gate.
Goku stands at the center. His body is weighed down with bruises, his breathing uneven, but his eyes terrifyingly steady. Around his right arm, fine golden cracks spread as if the light could no longer endure the body and began to fracture beneath it. The cracks extend from the fingertips to the forearm to the shoulder. Then they stop. Not because they couldn't go further, but because something decided enough. The sound of slow footsteps cuts through the void. The Grand Priest appears behind him, his expression calm as always. Well done, Son Goku. Goku slowly turns. So, this is the limit? The Grand Priest shakes his head. No. He steps forward. If the ki were to awaken all at once, the body would collapse before it even understood what was happening. He pauses, then a wider, deeper smile forms on his face. But the purpose of this training was never power. Goku. Then what was it? The Grand Priest lifts his gaze, locking eyes with him. Complete awakening. The void around them trembles lightly. The ki is never a technique. He stops. It is a total transformation. Goku's eyes widen as if the words struck him directly. The ki is the moment you realize who you truly are, and then power comes on its own. Goku looks at his hand. The golden cracks are still there, as if they are waiting for his command. Goku in a low voice. So, I haven't reached it yet?
The Grand Priest smiles. You have reached the point from which there is no turning back.
And he adds with chilling calm, now you are the balance itself.